What's up everyone, welcome back. We've got another Lightroom tutorial, another image sent in for us to edit. So we have been sent one of these images down here and we're going to be trying to recreate a sunset edit. So really trying to pull those colors out of the clouds and really trying to make them pop. And we're going to be working with this exact image right here. So if you guys like his content, he's got some pretty awesome content here. So if you guys like it, you can come up here and give him a follow. I'll be putting all of his links down in the description, so just look down there and you'll be able to come across and give him a follow. So yeah, let's get into Lightroom, create something like this. Okay, so a sunset edit or edit with lots of clouds. Now the first thing that comes to mind for me in terms of editing a photo of lots of clouds and colors and trying to bring those colors out is Haze. So Haze is really going to make everything pop in an image like this where you're trying to really emphasize clouds especially. So I always go for that because there's no real other way to get clouds to pop like Haze. So bring contrast up all the way. So Haze is a really good tool for that, and we will move this one first. So about there, I think that looks pretty good. So we're already come a really long way. Now we want to get sunset colors, and it already has some colors in there. There's obviously way too much blue. So if we add in a lot of warmth, and a lot of purple, they're the sunset colors, so already along the right lines. Then just moving on to all these exposures. Actually, so I'm going to bring the highlights down a lot. As you can see, this is where all the highlights are and the whites. So we're going to bring these down. And we're even still too bright way off in the background there, still too bright areas like that. So I'm going to keep bringing them down. Highlights can still come. Let's go with about that. Shadows. Actually don't think there's too many shadows. Drop the black. So it is pretty dark and black in this point here. So I want to drop the blacks. They get a little too harsh, but I'm going to bring up the shadows. Might come back to change that later. So moving on, we're too saturated. So even before getting to the colors, getting pretty close. S-curve, I'm not gonna do one in this one. I don't think we need it. As with, if you look at the contrast, it already looks the same, the exposure and contrast. I don't think we need it. Hue and saturation. So we'll start with the obvious one, which is the oranges and yellows. we need more orange in the image. So oranges, a little more red, and then these yellows. And then, so it's kind of tricky. You might think it should be all the way over here, but I am going to boost the yellows in here. I'm going to boost them all the way. Oranges up a little. Same with the reds. Our blues are a little too saturated. And I don't think we really need to do much for luminance either. Maybe the blues, maybe? I don't know. I think they're alright. Okay, so I don't think we need to do any split toning. Sharpening can stay there. No vignetting. So we're pretty much done. Our subject will brush over. And what it looks like he's done is taken out a lot of those red tones we added in to our image. Take it down. He maybe even tried to add in some greens to take away the purpleness. And we'll just brighten this corner up the top here. Bring up exposure. Pretty sweet. Here's that before and after. Pretty darn similar. So remember, Haze plays a massive role in the cloud. So if I got rid of that and just press Command Z to undo anything you just did. And then if I got rid of the warmth and purple, sort of ruins everything. So that's the main things going on in this image. And one thing I want to add is just take away a little bit of clarity, because dealing with clouds and editing clouds, you don't want them to look too rough. You want to keep them looking kind of soft, because when you do edit to them, you can quite often get some lines. Say if we brought the purples up, doesn't look too good. So just bringing down the clarity a tad, and it just keeps that dreamy, soft look to the clouds. And I will just bring down the shadows as well. So if you look over here, you can see we have more detail on our side than on his side. So that's because our shadows are a bit too high. So if we bring them down, you can see it gets a bit darker down here, and also on him as well. I think that looks a bit more accurate. But what bringing down the shadows did is give more saturation to the oranges. So we'll just bring them down a little. And that should about do. Okay, so we're looking pretty close now, before and after. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, what you guys want to see, who you guys want to see. So comment them down below, and I will go reach out to them on Instagram and ask them to send in a photo, and I'll do a tutorial on them. So yeah, if you're liking these tutorials, guys, check out the presets. Really stoked with the feedback from them, how they're changing your Instagram feeds. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Comment down below, leave a like, and I'll catch ya